Hey there, beautiful people. Before we dive into today's juicy topic, let me ask you for a quick favor. Behind this podcast, there's a real human being pouring time, energy, and let's be honest, way too much caffeine into making this content for you. So if you enjoy topics like this being discussed openly, if you like learning, laughing, and occasionally nodding along thinking, oh, that's definitely my ex, then please hit that subscribe, like, comment, and share button. It costs you nothing, but it means the world to me and helps keep this podcast alive. All right, enough groveling. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Salud al Día. Today we're tackling one of the most talked about, and let's face it, most meme-worthy topics in psychology, narcissistic personality disorder. But we're adding a twist. Today we're comparing how this personality disorder tends to manifest in men versus women. Yep, we're diving into the battle of the narcissists. Grab your popcorn because it's about to get interesting. And hey, if this hits a little too close to home, well, we're not judging. First, let's clear something up. What exactly is narcissistic personality disorder? At its core, narcissism is about an inflated sense of self-importance, a constant craving for admiration, a serious lack of empathy, and an impressive ability to make every conversation somehow about themselves. But here's the deal. Not every selfie-obsessed, gym-flexing individual is a narcissist. We're talking about a clinical personality disorder, not your cousin who posts motivational gym quotes every morning. Now let's get into the juicy stuff. How does narcissistic personality disorder look different in men versus women? And are there any similarities? Spoiler alert? Oh yes, there are. Let's start with the fellas. When men have narcissistic traits, it often comes with a classic alpha dog bravado. Picture someone walking into a room puffing out their chest like a peacock and immediately needing everyone to know they're the smartest, most successful, and most accomplished person there. Men with this disorder often flex their achievements, real or imagined, like they're flashing their VIP pass to the I'm Better Than You club. They dominate conversations, belittle others, and heaven forbid you question their authority. But, and here's the twist, not all male narcissists are the loud, flashy type. Some are what we call covert narcissists. They don't strut around with big declarations. Instead, they play the victim. They might not shout, "Look at me," but they'll absolutely make you feel guilty if you don't. It's like emotional manipulation, but with a sad violin playing in the background. Now, let's talk about the ladies. Female narcissists tend to present differently. While men might flaunt money, cars, or job titles, women with this disorder often focus on appearance, social status, or the image of being the perfect mother, wife, or friend. They can be incredibly charming, but also very calculating. Ever met someone who throws a party just to be praised for their hosting skills, only to spend the next week complaining about how ungrateful everyone was? Yep, that's classic female narcissism. Women with this disorder can also be masters of relational aggression. Think gossip, exclusion, and those oh-so-delightful passive-aggressive digs. "Oh, sweetie, I love your outfit. It's so brave of you to try something different. Ouch." But let's be clear. Despite these differences, there are universal narcissistic traits that both men and women share. Both can struggle deeply with empathy. Both can become enraged or worse, sulky, if they don't get the attention or admiration they feel they deserve. And both can leave a trail of emotional destruction in their wake, whether in friendships, romantic relationships, or even parent-child dynamics. So what do you do if you realize you're in a relationship, romantic or otherwise, with someone who has narcissistic traits? First, let me hand you the golden rule: boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Narcissists have an Olympic-level ability to trample over emotional fences. Be firm, be clear, and don't let guilt or manipulation make you back down. Second, accept this truth: you cannot fix them. Narcissism isn't something you can love away. Sure, therapy can help if they're willing to go. But here's the catch. They usually don't think they're the problem. In their eyes, you're the one who needs fixing. And third, prioritize your own mental health. Whether it's therapy, journaling, or venting to a friend who actually listens, you need a safe space to process your emotions. Now here's the million-dollar question. Can narcissists change? The short answer is maybe. With deep, consistent therapy and a genuine desire to change, progress is possible. But, and this is a big but, it's rare. Narcissism is deeply rooted in a person's sense of self, and changing that requires a level of self-awareness most narcissists just don't have. Before we wrap up, let's talk about red flags to watch out for before you get too emotionally invested in someone. If a person showers you with excessive affection too soon, what we call love bombing, proceed with caution. If every disagreement becomes your fault, if they're overly critical, or if they're always the victim in every story they tell, trust your gut. These are not quirks, they're warning signs. At the end of the day, whether it's a man or a woman with narcissistic personality disorder, the damage they can cause is very real. But here's the good news. Knowledge is power. Understanding what you're dealing with gives you the tools to protect yourself, set boundaries, and make informed choices. All right, my friends, that's all we've got for today. If this episode gave you something to think about, or maybe even a chuckle, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this podcast with someone who might need to hear it. Behind every like and share, there's a real person, me, who genuinely appreciates your support. This is Salud al Día, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Until then, stay smart, stay kind, and most importantly, stay true to yourself. This podcast is for educational and informational purposes only, and should not be considered a substitute for professional psychological advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult a qualified mental health professional for any concerns.